Hi and welcome to my live. I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes to see if a couple of my friends come on live. Yeah, one of my friends come on live. So today what am I making? I'm making the dough for naan breads. Now it's not complicated. So first in this bowl I've measured out 100 grams of sultanas. So this is going to get mixed in later on, but I'm just going to get it started. So what I'm going to do is add 1 teaspoon of rose water to it, and what that's going to do is it's going to make the dried sultanas, it's going to activate it to make it a bit more moist and succulent, and it gives it flavour as well, because that one was rose water and this one's orange blossom water. Now you don't have to add this. My mum and my grandma used to add these to sultanas when they used to cook something called sweet rice in England. So sweet rice is basically, as it sounds, sweet rice. It's a rice dish, but it's let's put some music on as well. It's sweet, and in that it has shredded coconut, sultanas, and it's multicoloured like a rainbow, and you eat it at like special occasions. But they use this rose water, so I'm just going to mix that up just to like leave it, and then you just leave it in a warm place. So what I'm going to do is put it in my microwave and leave it there until later on. But first, before I do that, I'm going to add, I've washed an orange. This is the last one that I've got. It's like a blood red orange. So I've washed it to clean it, and I'm going to use this to grate the peel off the top. So you don't have to hold it over the bowl, but I'm just going to hold it in case anything falls off it, because it's all going inside the peeler. So this peeler, I've showed it before. It's really good. It's from a company called Chibo, and that's in Germany, but they did sell it in Dubai as well. So I do know they sell it in other countries. You just have to have a look on the internet maybe. So Chibo is like I think it's a German brand, I'm not sure 100%. But yeah, they make good quality products. But these products come from China anyway, so you probably can find an alternative on probably Wish. Everything's on Wish at the moment, people tell me. So this orange is quite, you can smell it, it's very strong. So you just grate it, the grind into there, and then you keep the orange for later on. Somebody else can eat that. Not me, because I don't eat oranges. So that's all the grated. Just shake it into there. Just use the spoon to do it, not my fingers. You don't want to be grating your fingers on the sharp part of the... So the orange is quite strong smell. So I'm going to have to wash my hands now once I've done this part. So it's a bit fiddly to get it out. But just try and get most of it out, because that's what's going to give the nice flavour to you. So I'll just show you. So it's nice and bright and orange, and that'll give nice, not just flavour, but give you colour to your naan breads. So I'll just leave that there. I'll just clean this mess up. I'll just get a cloth and wipe that down into the bowl, because I don't like having mess. And then wash my hands while I'm at it. So just drop that lid in. So what else we're going to put in with the sultanas is shredded coconut. Forgot to weigh that, so I'll just weigh that now. So the shredded coconut is easy because it's already shredded. In Dubai they used to have a full coconut. They had a gadget, and the gadget, it's like a basic gadget. The basic gadget would shred the coconut. So I'm just going to put this on the weighing scale. So that's my weighing scale. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry for the squeakiness. So I'll put that on. If it comes on. That's it. It says hello. So I'm going to do this. Let's see. 500 grams of flour, and I put 100 grams of, probably 50 grams of coconut. So I'll put 50 grams in. Let's see. Might even need less, because the weight is not really, it's volume. So let's see, 30 grams might be enough. Let's have a look. 30. That's 32 grams. Let's have a look. Mix it up a bit. Mix the. So I think 30 grams is probably enough. You don't want too much coconut going in it. So you just mix it roughly, and then I'm gonna put that in the microwave so it stays in a clean area. I just have to remember to get it out for later. So that's the coconut done. Now I need a bit of yeast mixture, so I've already warmed the water up. There's the water, 100 millilitres of water. So I'm just going to add some yeast to it, roughly about a teaspoon. So this is less than a teaspoon, so that's about a teaspoon. And it's dried yeast. They call it heifer in Germany. So it doesn't have to be a certain brand, just yeast. So I'll just put some bit of sugar in that just to activate it. So where's Mr. Sugar gone? Got the cupboard hiding somewhere. Here it is. So you want to put about, because this is fat sugar, not granulated, raw cane sugar. So you want to just sprinkle it on top and it'll absorb it in. So about, I think that's like about just over a teaspoon, because it's half a teaspoon. And as you can see, that'll start bubbling up. Normally I would leave that for about half an hour to bubble up. Well, we haven't got half an hour today. You're just going to stick it in and use it, it'll be fine. Because the dough will rise by itself. Confident the dough will rise. So I'm going to take that off the weighing scales and keep that there. Just clean it mess up and then wash my hands again. And the next step is, that's just a covered dough. Right then, there's the flour. So you need 500 grams of strong bread flour. So I put a mixture in there because I had 400 grams of white and I put 100 grams of brown in, because brown is good for you as well. So that's that. So I've got my yeast there. Now I have 200 of water there, 200, but I'm going to add to that. Where's my milk powder gone? It's here. I'm going to add two teaspoons, which is basically 1 dessert spoon of milk powder, dried milk powder. I'll show you the box because I've got that in a jar. So this is what a milk powder box looks like. Hang on, I'll move things back a bit. So this is the brand that I buy in Germany, but it could be anything in your country, in England. They probably have dried milk powder as well. So, oh, my internet keeps freezing. Oh no, I hope you can keep up with the, it's probably the neighbours because it's the weekend, Helen. It's probably because all the neighbours are on. And it's not windy today, so I don't know why the internet is freezing. It's a little bit windy. Maybe the aerial's shaking upstairs, top of the roof. Does that sometimes. So we're just gonna whisk this up mixture. And it's just a thingy coffee whisk thing. So you just whisk that up to mix all the milk up into it. I think I need some new batteries in this, it's sort of dying. So you just mix it up so all the powders, I'll just whisk it a bit more. So as you can see, if I just do a bit more, the battery needs changing in it. So that's the whisked up milk. So I'll do the same with the yeast now, just to mix it, just to activate it a bit. So as you can see, the yeast is frothing up. I won't normally do this with yeast, I'll just let it do it by itself. But because we need it, I'm just going to mix it up and get rid of that. So you just pour all the liquids, onto the flour. think we need a teaspoon of salt in it as well, so I need to get the salt. Just use a silicone spatula just to get all the milk out of it. Better not to block the dishwasher up. Yeah, and try not to put things like this doesn't go in the dishwasher, you have to hand wash it. Try not to block the sink up with all your dough mixture. Otherwise you have problems. So, get a plate for this spatula. Move it out of the way. Now my hands are sticky again. So we need a teaspoon of salt. Does it say 1 teaspoon? Yes, 1 teaspoon of salt. So I put the salt in, 1 teaspoon, roughly 1 teaspoon. And I'm going to put some, what else does it say? I'm going to put some nutmeg into it to give it a bit of, I always put nutmeg into flour because I like using nutmeg. So this is just the nutmeg that's going in now. And it's in the grinder, so it's just grinding it. And I'll show you once I've ground it. The nutmeg just gives it a nice flavour. So just shake it off a bit with all the nutmeg shells on the edge. If you don't have nutmeg, it's okay, you don't have to use it. It just adds a nice nutty taste to it, that's all. So that's the nutmeg that's gone in. So now I'll move the mixer a bit closer without knocking everything over. So I hope you can see them mixing now. I need to find where I put the dough hook. So where's the dough hook gone? It's funny when you have all the washing stuff and then the family moves stuff and you can't find it. So look in here. Oh, got it out. Strange. Unless they put it in the cupboard. Now, where's the dough? I was here, found it. Thought I'd have to do search for it. So the dough hook just goes on like that. So move the phone so you can see. It will take about a minute. It's just squeaking because it's just like that. So as you can see, it doesn't take long to mix it up as usual. It's really done. And in canteens and stuff, because I used to volunteer at school, they used to have a huge one of this because they asked us to come in and because I was a governor at one of the schools, they asked me to come in and help make flatbreads because the cooks didn't know how to make flatbreads. Can you believe it or not? So I had to show the cooks how to do Arabic flatbreads. So I had to get some other community members to volunteer. So this is the tub. I just take the middle bit out because I don't need that bit. So yeah, I've even shown schools how to make flatbreads. Yeah, I spent a whole day there. And this is, I'm just going to butter the bit of olive oil in the middle. So yeah, they've even asked me to make things in schools. Show them how to make the flatbreads in school. And even at a community centre they've asked me to do it as well. But I can talk most people into helping anyway, like a community. I rope them into helping. That's why if I go back to England, those people who I know in England, as soon as they see me they'll say, no, you can't go back home to wherever you live, you have to stay in. They won't let me go back home. They're not needy people. They're just very friendly people, and I've known them for a while. I knew them for a long time, and they just miss me, and they've gone quite grumpy now as well. A lot of them have changed the telephone numbers and not giving me the new telephone number because they're quite upset with me. But what can you do? I don't live exactly next door to them anymore. I don't see them. But that was the fun thing about seeing people in the community, you know. You could go out and then have coffee and stuff with them, and now the pandemic, here you don't see nobody on the roads or streets. And your neighbours, they just say hi from about 10 million miles away. Some of them don't even say hi to you. They just peek through the window at you. It's really funny. And that's why I like talking to my friend Helen on Instagram. And that's why we do a lot of lives and do our talking. Because it's like having my friend back home and talking to my friend. Even though it's not like seeing physically, but still it's the same sort of experience because we just have such a big laugh. And you probably come on our lives and think, oh, they're both mad, laughing. Well, you've got to have a laugh now and again, because if you don't laugh, you can't be sad all the time. That's the worst thing about the pandemic. It can make people very sad. And you have to look on the bright side of life. You don't look on the sad side of life. The more happy you are, the people sort of frown upon it, but you have to look on the bright side of everything. You have to think about the sunshine. The sunshine comes out every day. Well, it's gone grey again, but it comes out most days. The sun will always shine. The moon will always shine at night. So you can always go chasing the moon and the sun. That's why I love doing those videos, because it's always different. So I'm just going to scoop the dough into there, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the gluten, the yeast, the gluten working. I'll just do it like this so you can see it. The gluten is already working in the dough like that, and you can see how stretchy the dough is. If I just do it like that, I'm doing it on purpose so I can show you how the dough is working. Normally I just throw it in the bowl, but I want to do it slowly so I can show you how the yeast is working in the dough already. And it's like the dough is ready, like gonna fluff up. So I'll put the dough in there, and then I'll show you with the phone over the dough what I exactly mean by the stretchiness of the dough. I don't use technical terms, I just use simple terms when it comes to this. I'm not a bakery expert, it's just that I've been baking for a long time and pick a lot of things up from other people. My uncle is a baker. I haven't told people that. He works for a big company in London, and they produce a lot of the cakes for a lot of the supermarkets and things. So yeah, I didn't learn from him. I just used to get inspired by what he used to do, so I used to research. Because when we used to go and visit him, he would have like 1,000,001 different cakes. He used to bring them when we used to go and visit. He used to have like 1,000,001 cakes laid out on the table, and he'd just say, okay then, you tell me which was the best one. That's the fun thing about family. You have the creative side of the family who are all mad. Well, we're not mad as in crazy, I mean creatively mad, like over the top. That's why I'm like that. I have to have everything of whatever option there is. I have to have everything of it, because I can't choose just one option, because what if I don't like that option, and then I think, oh, I have to have the other option just to see what it's like and experiment with it. Because you have to try different things. If you don't try it, you'll never know what the difference is. So then you just use the spoon just to clean the spatula as well. I'm quite particular with things. I don't like having mess, and I just clean it. Because you've made that dough, you don't want to be wasting it as well. And you don't want to be clogging your sink up with the dough as well. So just clean the spoon up now, that's clean. Now I can show you what I mean by the stringiness of the dough. So if you look at that now, you can see all these bubbles forming in the dough. Now that is the yeast that's working. in the dough mixture. It's like fermenting in the dough and getting it to rise. So when I put this lid on, this is the lid. I put the lid on, but there's the viewing window. So the reason why it has this viewing window is so when you put the lid on, nothing can get into it, but you just take the lid off the top and you can easily let air out, because what happens, the air will get trapped in the bowl, but you need to release the bowl's lid now and again to let the air out to stop your dough from sticking to the lid. Because the other day I didn't do that, and all the dough rose and hit the lid. So yes, this is simple recipe. So I'm going to save this and put it on my YouTube. I'm going to show you without the lid. So I'm going to save this and put this on my YouTube. So then on YouTube you can fast forward it and rewind it and whatever. And also because I'm trying to get 100 subscribers on my YouTube, because whoever's my number 100 subscribers is going to win one of my scratch arts. So I don't know who's going to be the 100 subscriber. It'll probably tell me who's the number one. Well, I've got 78 subscribers at the moment. But somebody's watching my video recently every time I upload one, and then afterwards I get spam messages. So if you are a YouTuber, just be aware that some people are going around and spamming the YouTube channels. So yeah, just switched it off. Yeah, so just be aware of that, and then you have to keep an eye on your channel. So thanks for watching, and I'll save this onto YouTube and then you can watch it afterwards. So I've just finished Barcelona. It came a bit late, so I was just making this. This is a type of naan dough bread dough that I'm making. It's going to have sultanas and shredded coconut, but I've mixed that separately, and I'll be coming back on later on to show you how to do it. It'll make about eight medium-sized flatbreads, naan breads. So yeah, you can make any type of bread at home, and I can show you if there's something particularly you want me to show you. Helen wanted me to show this, so that's why I've made this one. So as you can see, the sun is shining on the dough. Sun's come back out again. So I'm going to get off and tidy up. And so this is my mixing bowl. It's quite a big mixing bowl. That's my mixer. You don't have to buy this mixer, but I'm just saying it makes it a lot easier. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all later on and show you how to make it.